Thank you guys for tuning in with Under the Lights with the McKnights. We are your hosts, Lonnie. Kill me with that every time. Here are your co-hosts, Lonnie and Kendrick. I'm sorry, you crack me up doing that. Kendrick, man, how you feeling, dog?
I'm good, man. At the current moment, I am, very tired, but long day at work. But um, I'm still committed to, what we got going on, and putting our work
Yeah,
out there. Man.
yeah, man. It's been quite the day, and it doesn't help that it's cold and it's raining and it's getting dark early. So, um, and you know, talking about getting dark early, man, that Bills and Panthers game, that was disgusting. it went left, it got dark real quick. To lose 40-9, and obviously not having Bryce Young and limiting Rico Dowdle and what he can do, and really pretty much just keeping our defense out there. What was your overall take on the game, man?
Just horrible play on both sides of the ball. Of course, keeping our defense on the field for too much long. It was just, Josh Allen just had his way with us. He had two two not one but two rushing touchdowns on us, also with a passing TD as well. And James Cook just cooked us all around the board, having his way with our defense. Um, it was like for me, it was just like a not necessarily a slap in the face, but just like back to reality moment. We were riding high with a three straight win streak going on, and then it's just boom, you know. Um, and so, um, not necessarily looking forward to the Green Bay game in Week 9 because their defense is just as good. And so, I don't know. I don't know going into that game, but the Bills game, it was what it was. Dang, that's crazy.
Ah!
That's crazy. But yeah, the Bills had their way on us, and then you know, Andy Dalton. Just when I thought Andy Dalton was just decent for us, he wets the bed. He wets the bed. He had like what, 2, 3 fumbles.
Yeah, way too many.
God, man. And he's not mobile at all. It's just like try to at least dodge someone tackling you. He just accepted it and just went down.
Yeah,
Uh, just, I don't know, just terrible. I saw this meme the other day where they had a picture of Andy and Bryce standing next to each other,
yeah.
and Bryce was smiling, and the caption was, "You don't have to worry about Bryce, where you don't have to worry about Andy taking his spot because Bryce is obviously better, but um, you know Andy's just not good."
Yeah. What are my thoughts? I don't even know where to start, if I'm being honest. Terrible game. Terrible game. Both ends. I thought defense tried early, but to know that like we couldn't get the job done because our offense was so stagnant. We couldn't really move the ball, and it doesn't hurt. I mean, it does hurt when you know we have turnovers, especially in the red zone when we're about to score. We were really just shooting ourselves in the foot, and injuries doesn't help either. So with our linemen going down, that hurts us. Uh, I don't know. Everything that could have went bad did go bad, which sucks. So to give up over 200 plus rushing yards, that hurt us a lot. Um, I should have just stuck with my other one. Yeah, that hurt us a lot. What else? Defense not being able to stop the run. So it brought back memories of, just last year and how bad we looked last year. What if I put it right here? This is gonna bother me. But yeah, we actually just shot ourselves in the foot. It just goes to show how much we actually need Bryce Young. Uh, it shows how bad our O line actually is, especially with Andy Dalton not being mobile. Um, yeah, I don't see Andy Dalton. he That game should have been way closer than what it was. Like I said, we just shot ourselves in the foot. Um, and I think, riding off that 3-game winning streak and, being at the bank, we had something to look forward to, especially with the Bills losing to the Falcons and, coming off the bye week. But I did state last week that the Bills are undefeated since Sean McDermott took over. The Bills are undefeated coming off a bye week. So that streak continues, unfortunately. I think we're better than what we displayed against the Bills. And, going up against the Packers, the performance that Jordan Love just had. I mean, I don't know, man. That Packers team is just like clicking on all cylinders. And it's like, what are we going to do to stop them? And like their offense, their receivers, like they're not like big time receivers, but they're all like good wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3 receivers to where it's just like, man. And then they got the tight end Tucker Kraft. He went off against the Steelers, 9 receptions, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, and that's been one of our biggest like weaknesses. Like we cannot cover the tight end to save our lives. So I wouldn't be surprised if Tucker Kraft have another big game. I hope he doesn't go for the same stats he went for the Steelers, but I won't be surprised if he has a big game because, just the trend with the tight ends. Jake Ferguson, he scored. We got Darren Waller. He had a nice first half. I mean, we just keep going. So, yeah, I think I'm just ready for Bryce to be back. I didn't think I would miss him that much, but yeah, I miss my guy. We need him.
Yeah, we definitely do. Our following 3 games, we have the Packers coming up week 9. We have the Saints in 10. Who we have in 11th? Because I know we have San Fran week 12, but who's the 11th week?
Don't get me the line, but I think we have like our schedule, our strength schedule, as far as like it being the toughest. We're in the top 5, I think. I was like, of course it's the Panthers.
Okay. We got the Packers, Saints, Falcons, then 49ers.
Man, we're cooked. Well, let me not say that.
I mean, we can win. We can beat the Saints.
You know what? I think we can.
We can beat the Falcons too.
Oh yeah, the Saints and Falcons. I'm concerned about the 49ers. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, McCaffrey gonna run all over us.
Man, this might be his best game, and I think it's his first game against us since we traded him. I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're cooked,
and that's prime time too. That's Monday night game.
Yeah, we're cooked, man.
Yeah, we're done.
So how did you feel about the whole, the whole running back tandem for, Rico and Chuba. What were your thoughts on that?
Based off of what they did in the Bills game, or
Yeah.
just
And what do you think it should be going forward?
I read something earlier. I think Dave announced that Rico is the starter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so I feel like that was the right move. I mean, Chuba has been somewhat decent for us for the past, was it like 4 or 5 years now? Um, and he did his job. He did the best he could. Rico just took advantage of the opportunity with Chuba being out and just snatched it. And I think he's just more swifter, just more quicker, obviously, on his feet and being able to get into spots and holes that Chuba has not been able to get to. And so I think that was the right move with Rico, seeing what he can do, with the now that we are kind of like in the midway of the season, and especially later on in the season, getting ready for possible playoff position. Um, he can definitely make some noise for us on the running game, and so um, it's been solid, with him and Chuba. But I think Rico is just, I'm not gonna say
Better right now.
better. Yeah,
I,
I mean he's better right now, of course. Um, but I mean, how long Chuba's on contract for?
well, we just extended him for 4 years. What is it?
Uh,
4 for 33.
oh,
So,
yeah,
so here's the thing. I get what. I'm not going to say I get it, but I don't want to be too quick to jump off of Chuba. Pause. That was crazy. But that was crazy. But I don't want to write Chuba off that fast. Like, yes, he is having a like is he's trying to find his rhythm again. I get that, but I wish we would have stuck with Rico more um as far as getting the carries against the Bills
yeah,
because he only got the ball, he only ran the ball 8 times for 54 yards. So having that type of average over 5 yards per, I mean, it just goes to show who has the juice right now. And there's no disrespect to Chuba, but Chuba, like you are no nonsense runner. You're a grinded out type of guy, like who gets those tough yards. So we'll take those like those 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 3s, and stuff like that. That's when, for right now, that's where you need to put Chuba in. Um,
yeah,
right now, it's just not working. Like Rico has the hot hand, so you got to go with the hot hand. Give Chuba about 10 to 12 carries, but Rico should have 15 or more. Between 12 to 18 carries. And that was one of the other things I was so confused about. Why did we go away from the run? I get that we were like down already. Honestly, we were in the game until like after after they scored, um coming out of the 3rd quarter. Like we should have just continuously ran the ball knowing that Andy Dalton was a liability. Every time he tried to make something happen, nothing good came out of it. So I just think Rico is our RB1 until Chuba can show, he deserves his spot or earn his spot back. I don't see it right now, but I'm not ready to give up on Chuba yet. Um, because I think we have a great running back core, but I don't think we should decrease Rico Dowdle's role because he is very effective and efficient for us. So yeah. Yeah.
yeah, most
Do
definitely.
you
So we'll see. Like I said, later down the season, of course, next season, what they do, um, to for sure lock in like who's number one, number two, and just having those, switch offs on who you know, gets the nod for each play or possession.
Yeah, and I'm kind of upset too because they messed up my parlay. I needed Rico to get 60. I needed Rico to get 60, dog.
Bro, I had like two bets going on for the game. Um, I needed Tet to get a touchdown. I needed Rico did his job. He got 50 plus. Um, but I also needed obviously Carolina to win to go over the spread. But yeah. Then
Yeah,
I needed for another one. I needed Xavier to get at least 25 yards. He didn't even get that.
yeah, that one hurt me too. That one hurt me too.
All right.
I think I had him for 15, and he didn't get that. I think he got like one for 11. I think it was something like that. Yeah, this hurts. Um, do you think, with us still being at 500, which feels weird still, um, do you think with us, you know, going against the Packers, do you still do you believe we even have an identity?
Not necessarily,
Hmm.
because even with our victories, we're um still figuring it out. And so even though with Bryce at the helm, it's just you don't know what Bryce we're gonna get each game. Um,
Yeah.
it's kind of similar to, let's just say, uh, the Chiefs now. At the start of the season, like no, but now it's like every game now you expect like the Chiefs to run up their offense and then get at least um, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 touchdowns, um, passing or running, from each play. You expect them to score every single time they get
Yeah.
the ball. You expect Patrick Mahomes to make plays and be that superstar that he is. With us, it's literally game to game on how we play. Um, so I don't necessarily think we have an identity. We're just a team trying to at least win our division and somewhat make a playoff spot, um, and trying to dig ourselves out of a hole that we've been in for a very long time, seemingly since our Super Bowl appearance. And
Yeah.
so, um, what is your take on that?
I have to agree. I think we're starting to try to figure out what our identity could possibly be. I think I know what it could be. Well, I mean, and it's just kind of the mantra or like the it's what we embody as like what keep pounding is like we are a running football team. Like so we've been a team for 30 years. Um we've been a team for 30 years. All right. We've only had I think two quarterbacks to throw over 30 touchdowns. It's not necessarily bad, but you um we've only had I think 3, 4,000 passing yard seasons, right? our moneymaker, our goal mine, like it is running the ball. We've had the double trouble in Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams. We've had McCaffrey and Cam Newton. We've had um, Stephen Davis and Deshaun Foster. Like we've had so many great running backs that has took us far. Don't steer away from that. It's like I really see something with Rico and Chuba right now, and we have to utilize that. The way and I don't care if we face the Jets. I don't care if we face the Dolphins or the Cowboys. They're a football team. They are a NFL team. It don't matter. It does not matter. Like run the daggone ball so that way we can open up the field for play action because they respect our run too much. They respect the run too much. And then we were able to get T Mac open. We're able to get XL open. We're able to get Jalen Coker open. We're able to get Jimmy Horn Jr. open. Like, we have to use our players, or we just have to call plays that just make sense. Trying to force feed people or trying to force the ball is not going to help. That's not our. That's not our mo. That's not
Yeah.
our mo. Run the ball. Run the ball. Run the ball. It's okay. Like Bryce numbers isn't all that, but it's enough. He know how to manage a game. He's one of the clutchest quarterback I've seen ever since being drafted. So I don't think I think we're trying to deny what we are. That's what it feels like. We're denying what we actually are. So
Yeah.
um, yeah. Do you think um I'm intrigued. Do you think with the Miami win against the Falcons, do you think that saved Mike McDaniels a little bit and Tua a little bit, or no?
They're still buns. So I think that was that was probably the biggest shocker of Sunday for me.
Yeah,
Uh, you go from that's the thing. Atlanta has been so up and down this season for me. Um, losing to us, then beating Buffalo, and then losing big to a team like Miami is crazy. And so I don't know what's going on with it. I think their biggest pieces, of course, is Bijan and Drake London, carrying that offense. Um, but with Tua, what do you have, like 3, 4 touchdowns?
yeah,
Um,
yeah, three.
yeah, that was crazy. I did not see that coming. I think he was just putting on a show. A lot of people, including myself, has his name has been in our mouths, and you know talking pretty much down to him. Questioning his skills, questioning his leadership, and willingness to be that guy for a team. And so, great execution all around the board with them defeating a team like Atlanta, and they say them their jobs for 1 week. We'll see what happens in week 9. What do they have this week?
The Dolphins, Ravens.
Yeah, pack them up. I think Lamar is coming back too. So
I guess. Yeah, I think this was one of the things. I think this game was like a. I think this season is his last for sure in Miami.
yeah,
I think Tua's getting traded. Um, I think Tua's getting traded. I think Miami may try to go for, um, depending on if he leaves early, Diego Pavia from Vanderbilt. Um, He's really good. But yeah, Miami, I just think this game was a like he slipped like he Mike McDaniels was walking to the hot seat and he slipped. So it delayed his time to get to the hot seat. Like that's how I look at it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still think that they're not good. Um, especially like they're in media for the wrong reasons. It's not because of what they're doing on the field. It's because of press conferences and things like that. Um, so yeah. Um, Miles Garrett, 5 sacks in one game. He's now tied with Brian Burns, league leading the NFL in sacks with 10. Browns lose. Um, you know, they couldn't run the ball for nothing. Couldn't really throw. Um, what it's been 3 games I think with Dylan Gabriel. Do you think it's time to move on to Shedeur?
Oh yeah, it's been time for me.
Hmm.
Um, I, I'm just a Shador guy. Based off his work in college and just the way he portrays himself on and off the field. Um, I think he's been owed an opportunity to show what he has on in the regular season, and Dylan is just not good at the moment. And so like at this point, ain't they're like what 2-6 right now,
Yeah,
3-6, something like that. So yeah, I mean at this point, just see what he has, see what he can do in those pressure moments,
yeah,
and let the story, speak for itself and see what he can do. And yeah, I think it's been time. I think I said, I think last week I said either week 9 or 10 would be his time.
yeah.
So
Um, I do think he needs to start by week 10. I think I've you know seen enough. I think 3 weeks is a little bit more than enough.
yeah,
Now I do understand that you know Dylan Gabriel is a rookie. I do understand that um like they're not the best team. Like that's not what Kendrick and I are saying. But they do have a really solid defense, and I from what I've just been seeing, right? Like Dylan Gabriel is not. It's like he's too conservative, but then I'm almost scared to say that because it's just like, no, he's just actually missing throws too, and it's like, oh yeah, like you are like watching. It was a hard. I watched the game. It was a hard watching him play quarterback. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not saying this because I like Shador or anything of that nature, but it, like, and
yeah.
yes, granted, like Shador played against us, but at least he made some like type of throws over like 10 yards, 15 yards. Like once again, it was just really hard to watch Dylan Gabriel really play quarterback. Um, he was just missing people. It like I wonder what's really going through Kevin Stefanski's mind when like thinking about this stuff for like just processing these. Like, is he waiting for Dylan Gabriel to like finally figure it out, or is he really just stalling Shador? Um, I don't know, but I think we've seen more than enough of Dylan Gabriel. Like I said, I think he'll be a great backup. I don't see him as like a franchise type of guy. I see him as like a Ryan Fitzpatrick. No, I can't even say that because Ryan Fitzpatrick at least throw the ball. But I actually don't know who I see him as. But maybe yeah, I don't know. I tried.
Maybe like at the later part of his year, Jay Cutler.
You know what? Yeah, the Dolphins. Yeah, maybe when he was with the Dolphins. Um uh yeah, I don't know, Kendrick. Like I said, I think I've seen enough of DG.
Or like or like a
General.
like a Ryan Fitzpatrick.
But like I was gonna say that, but then I was like, I can't necessarily say that because Ryan Fitzpatrick can at least throw the ball deep. So I was like, I don't know. I wasn't sure if I could. So he's played 4 games. He's played 4 games, actually. Two man.
Jimmy
Um, his best game. His best game was against Pittsburgh, 221 yard. Well, let me not say that.
Did you hear me?
What?
I said Jimmy Clausen.
Heck no. All right, that's a little too disrespectful. That's kind of crazy. But his best games were his first 2 games. And I can't even say the second one was good because his completion percentage was 55%.
Yeah.
So like his highest one is 72, which is actually pretty good. But that was the game against Miami. 72% completion, 116 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. So, kind of a clean game. But let me see. Yeah, 13 for 18. They just went up against New England, so he went 21 for 35, 121 completions for 156 yards. That is disgusting. Dude, Kendrick, that's like 4 yards per catch, per completion. That is nasty. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Like, what do you do with that? Like all of his completions are very low. Like the completion per like the yards the completion per catch pretty much. The Patriots game 4.5, Miami 6.4, Pittsburgh 4.3, Minnesota 5.8. That is disgusting. Like, what do you even do with that? I would throw up. That's what I would do. I would throw up. I couldn't. Nah, I think Shedeur would inflate that a little bit more. Um, 21, 21 completions for 156 yards is insane. That means you are just throwing
Terrible.
like flat routes.
Yeah.
And like very small, shallow routes. Like there is nothing good about that. Like nothing good about it at all. Um, yeah, man. Hey, DG, you had a good run, my boy. Get the stepping, dog. That's just how I feel about it. So, yeah. Um, okay. So Kendrick, um, the Bulls, man. You Bulls. What's going on with them?
Oh, we playing solid. Josh Giddey, being in that not superstar role, but leader of the pack, role. I think we are currently we're like 2-1, 3-1 right now. Let me see.
Yeah, I think y'all 2-1 because y'all first in the Eastern Conference. Are y'all undefeated? I think y'all undefeated.
No, we lost our first game, I think.
So we are 2-1 then.
Yeah. Let me see.
I thought y'all beat the Hawks. Yeah, y'all beat the Hawks because it was a good game. Trey had like 17 assists, so y'all are undefeated. Y'all 3-0.
For real?
Yeah,
Really?
he said, "I don't know what it feels like." Yeah, y'all 3-0.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I could have sworn I thought we lost one game, but um, yeah, man, I'm loving what I see. Like I said, Josh Giddey, being the player that he is. I've been watching some highlights of him. Yeah, we're just playing very well rounded right now, playing team basketball, getting everybody involved, extra passes, and yeah, the game that I saw as far as the highlights anyway was the Detroit game. We routed them. We allowed them to come back towards the end, but it was too tight of a game of my liking, towards the end there.
Yeah,
But we still kept it together and got the win there. But it's too early. It's still 70 something more games left. So um, I'm not gonna go too crazy, but for us to be where we are right now, currently, 3-0, it's I'm loving it. I said it before. We could be one of those teams, middle of the pack teams, maybe a 6 seed or go into the play in, but at the current moment, that's where I see us not going too far, but we'll see, man. I'm excited, man. Charlotte is doing pretty good, man.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're fourth, in the East right now. We should have won that game against the 76ers. Uh, we let our foot off the gas and was just missing. We got great looks. Shots just wasn't going in. LaMelo playing out his mind. 38-point triple double. Um, Crazy, man.
How,
It's Go ahead.
how do you feel about these like 30, 40 point games, 50 point games that we've seen literally in the past week? Like
I,
it's for me, it's cool. Like, oh yeah, you get how many ever points, but like that just lets you know, like, number one, defense is not like a factor anymore. And then um I think it was a rule that just been applied this season where, like, if you have any type of hand movement into the shooting motion, like, it's a foul immediately. And so that's why we're seeing so many free throws. Like, I know with Austin Reeves when he had like what was like 40 something points,
he
50.
had he had 51 and then I think a 42 or 49. It was one of those.
Yeah, whichever game that was, he had like 22 free throws. So like
Crazy.
majority of that was free throws. I was like, I mean,
Um,
that's not the era that I like. You know what I mean? Like, I like defense. I like competitiveness. And plus all of these games are finishing in like with in the hundreds, So that again, like, I don't know.
yeah, I mean, me personally, I think peak basketball was like
Early
two,
2000s
yeah,
for me.
entering 2010s. So like for me, peak basketball was like when Jason Kidd was getting ready to like retire and stuff like that. Like, when Kobe was about to hit the back end of his career. Like, to me, that was like peak basketball because I think you got the best of both worlds. You got guys really trying to play defense, but then like the scoring started to like kind of click. Now I think it's too much offense and less defense. Especially but it's hard to play defense when guys pull up half court and take a 35-foot shot. Um, yeah, I don't like the high volume. Way too many shots, but that's what people came to see, the put the basketball in the basket. Um, a lot of people in today's society, or just in social media in general, like, you got to put points on the board. If you don't, like, well, good. Like, what service are you for us? Um, it's Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know, because I understand like the high scoring and stuff. Like, and this is crazy because we've already had 16 players. Well, we've had 16 performances with 40 plus points already. That's a lot. And like, I feel like we can't necessarily appreciate what's being done because of how much is happening. Like, if LaMelo had a 38 point, now it was special, especially for Hornets fan, because we don't really have a guy besides LaMelo to really do triple doubles and things like that. But if this was about like 7 years ago, maybe around the time when Russell Westbrook was really starting to like get an MVP, then this would be like astronomical. But like now, a triple double is just nothing nowadays, which is like, that's what I don't like about it. That's what like bothers me. I feel like the things that are being done is just being overlooked now because of how much is being done. Like three-pointers. It is an insane volume of three-pointers being taken. Insane. And it's hard to appreciate what has already been done, and like, but also at the same time what's being done now. Um so yeah, that's my spiel on it. Um, my Hornets, I think we have a really solid draft class. We've um we got K2 Con Knipple, really excellent 3-point shooter. Come on, dude. Come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, the way you looked up, my fault, my fault. I could be misinterpreted. It was the way you looked up. My bad, my bad. But yeah, Con Knipple, man. He 40% 3-point shooter. Really good from Duke. I'll especially when Brandon Miller comes back, because he's injured right now. I would want him to start because he just opens up the floor so much for LaMelo. Like, it just makes it easier for LaMelo to do what he needs to do. And I think that's why we're seeing these performances from LaMelo. Uh, and like these 3 games, like, he's getting to the basket easily. He's getting assists. Like, it just seems like we finally are starting to like build around LaMelo, and that feels good. Our rookie center, Ryan Kalbrenner, he he is shooting like 90% from the field goal range. Now I know it's only been 3 games, but still, that's still impressive. Um, he's not really like a rebounder or anything like that, but he can stretch the floor a little bit, so he's not bad. Um, we got Colin Sexton, uh, great off the bench. Trey Man, great off the bench. Miles Bridges, solid vet, the anchor of the team. Sion James from Duke, really great point guard. I think right now he's starting to show that he's becoming like the steal of the draft. Um, or a late round gem because of what he's doing and how efficient he is playing. And he just looks like a guy who is like winning right now, or he knows what winning looks like early. So he's doing what he can to put himself and the team in a winning position, which is really nice. So I'm proud of where we're going. Right now, we're losing to the Heat. I don't like that, but
Mhm.
you you can't win them all. But
Yeah.
I do love where the Hornets are going. So hmm, with this, how do you feel about Austin Reeves being the first option right now?
They pretty much had no choice. LeBron is obviously out. Luca, he injured as well.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. This is his opportunity to show what he has. Being that option, he's always been that third or fourth option, especially when AD was in town, and so this is his moment to show what he can do to carry the flagship of the Lakers. Obviously, with the 50-point game that he had, he can definitely do it. It just takes consistency and just having the hot hand, depending on which night it is.
yeah.
I mean,
I
I've
mean,
always been a fan of Austin. Um, you know, um, I also would like Connect to have his moment as well.
that
Um,
ain't happening.
I know, I know. I just wish that trade would have completed him being out there with Lamelo and Charlotte. I think that he will be better player. Yes,
I
no.
don't know. I'm glad we didn't get him. To be honest, I like my boy K2 better.
Yeah, but yeah, I like Reeves. I think he can do it. I think he's a very solid player that can uh, get to the basket at will, um, shoot lights out, and creating a lot of space, from him and his defender and getting, the shot up. And so, um, like I said, it will take consistency, but I think LeBron is not coming back until like what, December, January.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no 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 no. Like mid-November. You
Yeah.
know what sucks about that, Kendrick?
What is
So,
retiring?
huh?
You retiring?
No.
Hey,
Um,
hold on for a second. I'm still listening, but you go ahead.
what's funny about that is, I'm I'm going to the game when we face the Lakers. And that's the week he gets reevaluated to play. And I'm just like, bruh, this is some bull because I got the tickets to see LeBron. Now, obviously, I'm a Hornets fan, so I want to see LaMelo. I want to see, Miles Bridges. Shoot, even Kemba. I'm a big Kemba Walker fan. Love Kemba Walker, but not really. The possibility of not being able to see LeBron play sucks. Um, hopefully, I get to see Luca play. You know, um, my baby, she paid some good seats, so I want a show to be put on, and yeah, yeah, it sucks. Knowing the possibility I might not be able to see LeBron play. But yeah.
It happens, man. It's okay.
All right. Well, before we go, Kendrick, for week, what is this? Week 9 NFL.
Yep.
What is your score prediction for the Panthers and the Packers?
Um, 21-10 Green Bay. I just feel like our offense would again be stagnant, and um, And Jordan Love is gonna. I'm not gonna say he's gonna torch us, but he's going to definitely have his mark on the game on the offensive side, and then of course Micah Parsons is going to do what Micah Parsons does against us, and then depending on how well Bryce is, based off his ankle injury, he can try his best to do what he can for us to get everybody involved. And again, I feel like I say this every time, when Bryce Young is not pressured, he's like one of the best game managers in the league. But when he faces that pressure with, say, Micah Parsons, I ain't gonna say he's the worst, but he's just not good.
Yeah.
So, especially coming back from an ankle injury like that, it's going to take him maybe a game or two to get back in form. So, I don't see us winning. And so that's why I say 20. What did I say? 21-10.
Yeah.
So I see us. I think I see Rico getting one touchdown for us and getting obviously a field goal somewhere down the line. But that's about it, honestly. What about you?
I'm answering this with my head and not my heart. I do think we can win, but I don't think we will. No, I believe we can win. I just don't think we will. I think we lose this game 17-24. Their defense is just really good. And their offense, like I said, like they don't have like a star receiver, but all their receivers are really solid. So it's just kind of hard to like don't expect much from the receivers. It's the tight end that I'm really worried about. And then if Josh Jacobs get going, oh brother, then, I mean,
Yeah,
it's hard. I think they're really going to attack us early with the run because they seen what the Bills did. And then that's just going to open everything else up. And I think we'll just get it figured out a little too late, in my opinion.
yeah.
So, yeah, I have the Packers winning, unfortunately, 17-24. But I would like to be smoking on that Packer pack. So I would like to smoke that. Know what I'm saying? And I don't smoke. That's just my saying. But 17-24. I got the Packers winning. So yeah. Guys, thank you for tuning in with Under the Lights with the McKnights. Once again, I am your host, Lonnie. This is your host, Kendrick. We look forward to doing these videos.
Are you going to do it? Or you want me to do it?
Oh, you got it.
Oh, make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content. We're going to try to do better as far as like posting content throughout the weeks. As far as like real shorts, anything little thing like that, and also too like just getting topics from guests or not guests, but it's like fans of the show.
Yeah,
and just be more creative.
Yeah.
And so
we're still figuring this out, and our schedules are just busy right now, so we're just trying to make the most time out of it. We're just really trying to maximize this. With the amount of time that we have, Kendrick is extremely busy, with work, and he has other things to do too. I'm busy. I'm in school. A dad, a coach. Like it, we have lives, but we try to make sure that we're intentional with making sure that this content is being published to you guys, so you guys can just listen to it in your car, or if you're at work, you know help time go by so you guys can just listen to something, or whatever the case may be. We just want you guys to really be able to enjoy the content, and please, like, just leave any type of feedback, whether it's good, bad, we don't care. It just helps us grow. um and giving content, it helps us grow as a community, or just even in a sense of, I mean, just getting better, right? We're still learning this thing, how to really do this consistently together. So yeah. I want to shout out my guys, my Oak Grove players, man. Love them to death. Yeah, they have been talking about the podcast, so I appreciate the feedback that they've been given. Wanting us to go live stream. Kendrick and I will figure that out for sure. And they want to be guests so bad, but I told them after they graduate, then maybe that's something that we can look into. So, yeah. So yeah, I ain't trying to risk anything, but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in once again. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are we are up out of here. Now it's time to turn off the lights. Peace.